They've lost to Burnley, drew with Sunderland, lost to Plymouth. Come on. Oh, yeah, mind you, we did. Both times.
Here we go. Welcome to the Pompey Pod with Mike and Dan. This is our preview of the Norwich City game at Carrow Road this weekend. Head to head, Dan. How do we fare against? How do we fare against Carrow?
We've played them 61 times. We've won 21, drawn 16, lost 24. So, as always, the other team have got more wins than we have, which is always the way. Yeah, since turn of the century, we've played them 14 times. We've won 5, drawn 5, lost 4. So we've got the slight edge. We haven't got a bad record, actually. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, we've only lost 1 against them. So, yeah, we lost that game. Oh, no. Yeah, we drew with them earlier on the season. And then before that, last time we played them in the Championship was 13, 14 years ago. So, yeah, not a bad record against Norwich. Not too bad.
No. The game at Fratton Park was fairly dire. You weren't there because I took your ticket, didn't I? Because
you
were
did, yeah.
a poorly boy in early December.
Yeah.
So I went down with your bro, but it wasn't the greatest of games, to be fair.
No.
I looked up interesting facts about Norwich City FC, and I found a whole bunch of interesting facts about Norwich the City. So I'm going to give you those instead. So here you go. Norwich is the only English city located in a national park. There you go.
Which one?
Norfolk Broads. I believe, is the national park. Norwich was the first city to have a pedestrianised area. The city had its first ever pedestrianised street back in July 1967. How interesting is that?
That just reminds me of Alan Partridge, but carry on.
Well, funnily enough, the next thing is Alan Partridge is from Norwich.
There you go.
And then finally, Norwich had the first ever postcodes. That's because the GP decided to trial it in Norwich back in 1959. There you go. They are your Partridge-esque Norwich City.
59. Didn't think it would be that late.
No, strange, isn't it? You'd have thought it was way before that.
Yeah. What were they doing? What were they doing before that? How were they?
Just random. They're just randomly picking addresses.
Just posted to anyone.
No one ever got the right post pre-59.
No, right.
Very rarely.
Yeah, and that's a fact.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact. What we got next for us, Dan?
The current form.
Yeah. Go on, let's do some current form.
Norwich, they've only won 1 in the last 6. They've lost to Burnley, drew with Sunderland, lost to Plymouth. Come on. Oh, yeah, mind you, we did. Both times. Beat West Brom, lost to Bristol City, lost to Sheffield Wednesday, drew with Oxford, drew with Blackburn. So not on a great run. In fact, the last win, other than that win over West Brom, was Stoke back in February. Yeah, so, I mean, you look at the league table, they've won 13, drawn 14, lost 15. So very much middly did.
Yeah, couldn't be more mid-table if they tried.
No. Yeah.
Let me tell you about their injuries and suspensions from my oh-so-reliable site, bsoccer.com. Well, Jakob Sorensen has a knock. He may be back for our game at the weekend. Bearing in mind it's Monday now, he has a knock. He's going to be out for a few days. He's probably going to be back, isn't he? Centre midfielder. Antti Schrunak, he won't be back because he won't be back until May. So he might just be back before the end of the season. Onel Hernandez, a forward, he's out. Could appear later this month, may even get back for our game. Other than the rest, I don't think many of them are first teamers. Callum Doyle is out, Lewis Dobbin, Malhova, don't know his first name, it just says L, and Chisene and Gabe Forsyth is also out.
What about
a lot of players out? Don't know how many of those. I know Sorensen, Schrunak, and Hernandez are certainly first team contenders, so I don't know about the rest of them.
What about Robert Fleck?
Robert Fleck may be back on the bench this weekend.
Yeah. Jeremy Goss?
Right. Jeremy Goss is unavailable due to attending his.
He's not dead, is he? Just in case. I do apologise.
Yeah, no Jeremy Goss, and Brian Gunn is unavailable this weekend, unfortunately.
Is it Jeremy's funeral? Is it showing? Right, let's.
Back to it. Okay, yes. Where else you
I ain't got anything ever. That's it. I'm done.
Okay, I'll tell you a few famous fans. We'll quickly go through famous fans. I'm sure we did this when we played them last time, but Stephen Fry is quite famously a Norwich City fan, isn't he? Of course, you've got Delia Smith. She's their chairwoman, chairperson, and has been for many, many years. She's still there, is she?
She's still doing it, is she? Yeah.
I think so. I should have looked that up beforehand, shouldn't I? But I think so. Ed Balls, the former MP, might still be an MP for all I care. I don't really know. And finally, of course, there's always a Hollywood one, isn't there? Which Hollywood celebrity do you think is associated with Norwich City? He's
Danny DeVito,
of course. Oh, you're not wrong. Yeah, you're not right. Sorry, you're not right. You're not Danny. Complete opposite of Danny DeVito, I'd say, in many ways.
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh.
Similar, more Schwarzenegger-like.
Well, they were twins.
Also quite diverse.
Oh, The Rock. The Stallone. No, he does Everton, doesn't he?
He does Everton, yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I think The Rock is a Walsall fan.
Yeah, Steven Seagal.
No. How about if I was to say X-Men?
Oh, Patrick Stewart. The action. Patrick Stewart, the action hero.
Greatest showman.
Oh, Hugh Jackman. Oh, yeah. He is always, isn't he? Always at Carrow Road.
He loves the Canaries. I nearly called them the Cherries. The Canaries. He does. He loves them. There you go, Hugh Jackman. Okay, right. What do we think? What do we think the score is going to be this weekend? Dan, we're away. Norwich aren't in great form at home. We're in horrendous form away.
Yeah. Well, we need the points. They don't. They're safe, aren't they? I mean, not safe, but they can't get the playoffs.
They're not going up. They're not going down.
Yeah, not going up, not going down. So they haven't really got much to play for. So we will lose because our away form, unless they surprise me and suddenly we can do something away from home, then. But yeah, I've got to say a defeat, haven't I?
What are you thinking? 86th minute?
80, yeah. No, it'll be an early one this time. It'll be within 10 seconds. We'll concede. We'll go 1-0 down, and then that'll be it for the rest of the game.
Okay. Did you know? Here's a little fact that I saw at the weekend: is that we've lost 10 points. 10 points due to late goals from the 80th minute onwards this season.
Excellent.
From either being in a winning position or being in a drawing position. 10 points. So we would be comfortable if it wasn't for those late goals.
Where would we be?
So you're going to go a late defeat. I'm going to go. Oh no, I'm going to go. Do you know what? We always predict draws, don't we? And it ends up being a late defeat. So I'm going to say, I think we're going to win, and then it's going to mean that's it. We're safe.
Didn't we win last time we were there? We beat them in the FA Cup, didn't we? Remember what's his name?
Oh, it was Green. Andre Green. Yeah.
And we were in League One then, weren't we? And they were
his finest hour. Who was it who played that ball as well? Who was it who played that ball to Green? Was it Dion?
No, Dion. It was a fullback. It was.
Yeah, wasn't it Dion Donaghy or something like that? I can't think of what his name was.
Oh yeah.
Great ball. I think it was their finest hour. Them to Andre Green and whoever Dion's surname is. Let us know in the comments, by the way, if you remember what Dion's surname is. If only we had a way of finding out, like an internet sort of thing, worldwide. Yeah. But the finest hour for both of them, I think, wasn't it? I quite liked that kit as well. That white with the blue trim.
Yeah. So I'll take a 1-0 win, Bishop.
Yeah, me too. Whatever happened to Andre Green?
I don't know. I do know, but I can't remember. He went to somewhere like Huddersfield or something, or was that where he was?
No, he was on loan from Villa, wasn't he?
Villa. Yeah. Who knows? I'm sure I saw him playing recently, but I can't remember.
Can't be that old, can he? He was young when he was with us, wasn't he? Okay, so you're going to go defeat. I'm going to go narrow win. We're going to go narrow win, and I think Shaughnessy is going to be back. We're going to have 3 fit centre backs. We're going to be able to rest Atkinson before he actually completely runs out of steam, and Shaughnessy will get a late winner, corner, header, goal.
Yeah, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? 2-1 as well. Crikey.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. What do you think the score will be? Pop it in the comments. Get involved. Why not like and subscribe to our channel? We'll be back with a review of both the Norwich and the Watford game early next week. But for now, have a good Easter weekend. Enjoy the games against Norwich and Watford. Play at Pompey, and goodbye.
Bye.